What's up, football fans? I told you there'd be a playoff picture video at the very least, and here we go. Another picks and predictions. As you guys can tell, I ended the regular season off at 160 wins and 109 losses with the 2 ties, not meaning, well, much of anything. So I didn't win, I didn't lose. Well, I kind of lost out on $50, and I do not enter the playoff section of the pool, so this is technically the final tally going forward. If you guys are curious where I sort of ended up, technically speaking, I ranked 32nd out of 55 people. However, the way our pool gets ranked is that if 4 to 5 people have the exact same record, it's done alphabetically. So, for example, if there are 5 other people or 4 other people with my exact same record, they might be ranked 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. So the 32nd rank, I'm probably sitting around the 20th, maybe 18th, somewhere around that at the end of the day. Middle of the pack, let's say, maybe a little bit above average at best. I was nowhere near the top, that's for damn sure. So that's how 2023 ends for me. We're looking forward to next season as far as the pool goes. But we are here for the playoff picture. Let's jump right in. San Francisco is taking Seattle down. There's no reason for me to believe that Seattle can actually beat San Francisco. Not that every team... Well, no, I'm going to be honest with you. The NFL, the way the playoff picture works, I was about to say every team that enters the playoff deserves to be there. No. No, that is not the case. The NFL system doesn't exactly work on all of the best teams in the league that year entering the playoffs. It's done by division, and then by record, and then by who beat who. It's a very strange thing. For example, once we get to the bottom, we'll see exactly why. But San Francisco is, of course, fighting against the Seattle Seahawks, and I use the term fighting loosely because I feel like even though in my neck of the woods, Seattle winning is better for my team going forward. San Francisco is probably going to take this. The 49ers got this one. That's where my vote goes. Next game, of course, I haven't been able to pick the Chargers all year, but you know who I am going with instead? It don't matter. I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the reason being, they beat the Dallas Cowboys. They managed to beat them, and though, technically speaking, by that point, was it a non-game? A little bit by that stretch, a little bit by that point. It was almost impossible for Dallas to be kicked out of the playoffs at that junction. But we looked like shit against Houston, though we barely squeaked out a win. And then we we played Jacksonville, and we played well for one half and then completely shit the bed. But it took Jacksonville to pick up the slack and actually use our problems with our team and our cockiness against us. So any other team, some worse teams, might not have capitalized on that opportunity. I feel like this will be a hard-won match, but I feel like Jacksonville can do it, especially if it comes down to fourth quarter crunch time. So I'm going with Jacksonville. Then we have Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. I could see a total upset because this is a division rivalry. This is there are very few, there's only a few here, but there's a heavy division rivalry between Buffalo and Miami. 2 teams that have been in the shadow of the New England Patriots for decades, literally almost a better part of 2 decades, now have opportunities to shine, and I still got to go with Buffalo. But you know what? This is probably the hardest pick I have to make, is because I think that Miami has a real shot. But I am going to go with the Bills. I feel like playoff time is very focused and anything can happen. Playoffs are far different than regular season. It always is. It's a totally different beast, a totally different animal. But we're going with the Bills going forward. Then we have Minnesota Vikings and New York Giants. Minnesota's a better team when they're on. And honestly, they haven't been on, have they? They really haven't been on. You could say that about my Cowboys as well, and that's a fair statement to make, and I won't deny that either. But the consistency of the Giants is much more solid. And though the Vikings might completely trounce the Giants, it's possible. But records aren't everything. I'm actually going to go with a little bit of the Giants upset on this one. I'm going with the Giants, just to keep it a little interesting. Then, I'm not keeping it interesting. Team that can barely score 10 points most games is not going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals at goddamn home. Cincinnati is taking the Ravens down. That bird is going to be clipped wings, not flying, no fly zone for the Ravens. And the final game to talk about. Well, I'm going to keep it short and sweet for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going with the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? The stats on paper says they can win. And should. The analytics say they should win. The goddamn over-under is 3 points in favor of Dallas. Granted, there is a bit of a crutch. We tend to choke in important games. We also go in cocky. And we're going to Tampa. And we have a few weaknesses on defense. And on offense. But I got faith in how about them Cowboys. There's no reason to believe we are not Seattle going into San Francisco. We are not Baltimore going into Cincinnati. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the underdog. And yes, Brady is there, but in his worst showing season of all time. He barely made it, and once again, going back to what I said at the beginning about how the NFL doesn't exactly work on the best teams get into the playoffs. They're a losing record team going against the top wild card with one of the best records in the whole league. Not just the NFC. Once again, I don't want the cockiness to go to our heads, but I feel like it would be poetic for the Cowboys, who have never actually defeated Tom Brady. As far as I remember, the Cowboys have never beaten Tom Brady. Not with Romo and not with Dak and not with anybody else. It would be poetic to kick Tom Brady out of the first round of the playoffs in his last season. Potentially his last season. And for us to go a little further. I think we have the team to do it. And if we get past this first round, I think we make it at the very least, if not to the big game itself. I think we get past this round and then we go to the NFC Championship. At the very least. Those are my predictions. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you people back here after Wild Card Week is done. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think and picks and your own predictions down below. Who are you voting for in the Super Bowl this year? Going forward, hope you guys enjoy. Whoa, it's going to be an exciting couple of weeks. See you back here next time. Have a good one.